Hello, class. I apologize for my voice. I think I have allergies or a cold. I don't know what it is. So, we're going to get through this, though. Vectors. So, vectors basically is an arrow that has a magnitude and a direction. It's very useful in physics and other applications. Today, we're going to draw a resultant vector, means when you add or subtract them, what does the final vector look like? To do that, you draw from tip to tail, and if you have a negative vector, you want to reverse the direction. Okay? And then you connect the final one at the end. We'll do that in a second. So we're using these two up here, u and v. So u is a vector that goes up 3 and over 1 to the right. V is a vector that goes up 1 and over 4 to the right. So to draw these, you want to start kind of where you know they'll fit on the grid. Since I'm doing u plus v, I'm going to add these together or connect them, which means I want to start in the lower right hand corner so I can do that. So u is up 3 over 1, so I'm just graphing the same vector u that's given up there. And then from u, I'm going to go to v. So from this spot, I'm going to go up 1 and over 4, because that's what v is. So my resultant vector is the vector from the beginning to the end, and that blue line represents u plus v. Okay? So now for number 2, there's a difference because we have a minus sign. I like to rewrite this as u plus, so it's just like the last one, a negative v, which means I want v to go the opposite direction. It's going to go down and to the left, which means I'm going to start more in the middle. I'll start right here for u, because vectors don't matter where you start or end, it's just what you're doing with them. So there's u. Now v, instead of going up and to the right, I'm going to go down 1 and to the left 4. So there's v, or well, let's call that negative v. Alright, so now we're going to connect from start to finish, and that's u minus v. Okay. Finally, we have this next one. Hopefully you guys figured this out. If you have 2 u's, that means you just do u twice. You're extending it. So there's 1 u, but I'm not going to finish there until I do it again. By the way, hopefully when you're doing this, you realize it's kind of like you're doing a slope of a line. So that's 2u, and then v goes up 1 and over 4. So v is still v. And then we are going to connect it. And then we have our vector that is 2u plus v. Oops, that should have been better, but 2u plus v. Okay, so that's how you graph vectors and find the result by graphing. Now we're going to find a position vector. And all a position vector is, it's a vector that represents the movement from one point to another. Okay, if you want a formula for this, so by the way, this is vector formation, I hat and j hat. I hat and j hat are unit vectors, which means they have magnitudes of 1 in their individual. Basically what you want to think of this is the x movement, and this is the y movement. Okay, so to figure out how a point moves from one to the other, you want to take the second one and subtract it from the first one. So your vector then we're going to get for a position vector is going to be the final x minus the initial x, and that's all going to be in the I direction, plus the final y minus the initial y in the j direction. But here's my point. You don't have to memorize this formula. If you're going from y to z, what is the x movement? To go from 1 to 6, you would say it's 5. So we're going to say 5i. Then you look at the y movement. To go from 3 to 2, that's a minus 1 in the y direction. And that's the position vector. How did that move? So my position vector is 5i minus j, which means that I move 5 to the right and down 1 to go from 0.13 to 0.62. You could have used this formula. Here's how the formula works. The final x is 6 minus the initial x is 1, plus the final y is 2 minus the initial y is 3. And then you get those values. When you pause it and try to do this one on your own, I'm going to just quickly write the answer. To go from 7 to 4, that's a down 3 movement. I'm sorry, that's not down though. It's left 3 because we're doing the x. And then think of this one. We're at -4. We go through all the negatives to get to 0, which is 4 spacing, and then we go all the way to 7. So we're going to move up 11 here. So that is the position vector for 5. Okay? So that's what a position vector is. Alright, finally, this is just adding and subtracting vectors without graphing them. Basically add like components. So, like what you did in algebra when you added x's together and y's together, you're going to add and subtract the j's and i's together. So m minus n is 8i minus 2j minus parentheses. Don't forget to distribute this negative. A lot of people forget that when you subtract two things. So 8 minus 3 is 5i. Negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3j. So that would be my final answer. Here we have 1/2 times m, and then minus n, plus n. So we don't really even need parentheses for n. We use 3i plus j. Because with plus you don't need parentheses. You're not distributing anything. So all you do is distribute the 1/2. So you get 4i minus j plus 3i. Oop, that's an I. Plus j. So hopefully here you guys notice that the j's cancel out. So this vector is only a movement in the right, or the x direction, to 7 to the right. Finally, let's do one more. Same thing just like the last two. And you guys can try this yourself if you want to pause the video. You're just distributing. So 40 in the I direction, minus 10 in the j direction, plus 9 in the x direction, plus 3 in the y direction. So 40 and 9 go together, so we have 49 in the x direction, so that's a move of 49 right. Negative 10 plus 3 is minus 7 in the j direction, which is 7 down. So that's the initial playing with vectors. Okay, we have 3 days of vector stuff before we get into dot products, cross products, and other things. So I will see you next time.